The Beekeeper is an action thriller film, directed by David K. Appel. The story follows a former operative who uses his skills and expertise in beekeeping to take revenge on those who have wronged him. The film combines intense action sequences with themes of betrayal and redemption, showcasing how the protagonist navigates through a dangerous world while drawing parallels between his beekeeping knowledge and his quest for justice. The narrative explores the profound connection between nature and humanity, making it both a gripping thriller and a meditation on personal loss.
Or not to be. I think I'll take to be.
Get off, Blue! Ah!
Wiley?
Yeah, you good? Yeah. Go!
Retired schoolteacher Eloise Parker lives alone but has a tenant in her barn, Adam Clay, who lives a quiet life as a beekeeper and shares a warm friendship with her. Adam Clay, Jason Statham, tends to the bees that he keeps in his place of living. He rents a space in a garage owned by a retired schoolteacher named Eloise Parker, Felicia Rashad. While they both live alone, the two are friendly with one another, and Clay acknowledges Eloise as the only person who ever really took care of him. Eloise goes on her computer, which is hit by a virus warning. She calls the number on the phone, which links her to a call center operated by a phishing scam operation called United Data Group. The head of the center, Mickey Garnett, David Witz, gathers his team of goons to listen in as he talks to Eloise. He tricks her into installing supposed antivirus software that links to all of her accounts, worth over $2 million from charities she runs, and they proceed to drain all of those accounts. Eloise realizes too late what has happened and is left in despair while the scammers gleefully celebrate their deception. Clay later goes to Eloise's house after she invited him over for dinner, and he brings her a jar of honey. He finds the door open and enters to investigate with a knife before Eloise's daughter, FBI agent Verona Parker, Emmy Raver Lampman, arrives, both of them finding Eloise dead with a gunshot wound to her head and a loaded pistol and discharged bullet on the floor. Believing Clay murdered her mother, Verona has him arrested, but it is later concluded that Eloise tragically committed suicide. Verona apologizes to Clay and learns that he was close with her mother before her death. Clay contacts his old organization, the Beekeepers, to get info on the people who scammed Eloise. He is directed to the call center for UDG, where he beats up two guards outside after they find him carrying two gas containers. Clay arrives at the call center and viciously beats a goon senseless to convince the other scammers that he is not playing around, which gets them to evacuate. Garnett shows up and tries to have security deal with Clay, but he wipes the floor with them before dousing the place with gas and then linking a bomb to blow up the call center the next time someone responds to one of their scam ads. This happens not seconds later, and the place is blown to bits. Verona joins her partner Matt Wiley, Bobby Naderi, to investigate the arson, while Garnett contacts his boss, Derek Danforth, Josh Hutcherson, of Danforth Enterprises, a security company that runs the data mining scheme that UDG worked for, to inform him of what Clay did. Derek has Garnett and a team of his goons go out to Eloise's home to track Clay down. They find him and follow him into his garage, but Clay gets the drop on them and kills the first three goons before finding Garnett, severing his fingers with a bandsaw and then throwing him into the back of a pickup truck. Clay drives the truck to a bridge and straps Garnett to the wheel of another truck while he is on the phone with Derek, who overhears everything as Clay sends the truck with Garnett into the river. Clay then promises to go after Derek next. Derek gets the company's chief of security, Wallace Westwild, Jeremy Irons, to find out who Clay is. After learning he is a former beekeeper, Wallace realizes they are in danger and tells Derek he just pissed off the wrong type of guy. Wallace contacts Derek's mother, POTUS Jessica Danforth, Gemma Redgrave, who begs Wallace to protect her son. He then calls CIA Director Janet Howard, Minnie Driver, over Clay's involvement, and with her help, they contact the Beekeepers themselves to put out a bounty on Clay. Clay is at a gas station when he is found by his current replacement beekeeper, Anisette Landers, Megan Lee. She attempts to ram her car into Clay before firing her gun at him. After he fights back, Anisette gets out a huge machine gun and unloads at Clay, but misses every shot. He throws a jar of honey at her and then sets her on fire, killing her and then cutting off her index finger and keeping it. Janet then informs Wallace of Anisette's death, and the beekeepers choose to remain neutral as the situation unfolds. Meanwhile, Verona and Wiley continue their investigation on the recent events, and Verona starts to piece together Clay's involvement. Wallace gathers a team of Special Forces guys and explains to them the threat that the beekeepers pose, as they are called in to rectify corrupt acts around the world. He warns them what Clay may be up to and dispatches them to go after him should he come closer to their operations. Sure enough, Clay is seen using Anisette's finger to enter a beekeeper base and find the address for 9 Point Center, where Derek operates his call centers. He gears up and heads out to take care of them. An FBI team gathers after receiving funding from Deputy Director Prigg, Don Gillet, to head to the 9 Points building, but Wallace's team is already there. The head of the mercenary team, Pettis, Michael Epp, orders the call center employees to evacuate in anticipation of Clay's arrival.
Station agent there, too.
Yes, sir.
Sure there's no back entrances in it. Minimum retreat at a safe distance. Thank you. Someone scout the service tunnel.
I figured I'd get... I put him through enough already.
What do you say?
Back entrance, I would have used it. When it was innocent or not involved. But it is what it is.
Tame this guy.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
He beats up the FBI guys before infiltrating the call center and fighting Pettis's guys.
None of my fucking business. I'm just the guy they caught.
And then knocking out Pettis himself after a fight.
You done?
Reload!
After killing a bunch of guys in an elevator, Clay is pursued by Verona and Wiley and their guys. Clay interrogates the manager of the center by jamming staples into his hands until he gives up Derek's identity. Verona tries to talk Clay out of his vendetta, but he is adamant about finishing the job. Verona and Wiley then find evidence of Derek being the ringleader after Clay leaves. After Wallace learns that Clay got away again, he suggests to Derek that he stay with his mother for protection since she has the Secret Service taking care of her. Derek goes to Jessica's beachside mansion. Meanwhile, Verona and Wiley debrief with Prigg, coming to the conclusion that Clay is going after Jessica as a Queenslayer, since it is believed that Jessica bankrolled her own campaign funding using stolen money. Prigg gives them a blank check to do whatever it takes to stop Clay. The FBI and other people gather at the mansion as a party goes on. Clay sneaks in posing as Secret Service before entering the mansion. Wallace and Derek get ready with another team of mercs, plus a man, Lazarus, Taylor James, who claims to have killed a beekeeper at the cost of his leg. While this goes on, Derek and Jessica sit in a room with Prigg, who asks them about UDG. As it turns out, Derek had funded all of Jessica's campaign with the stolen money, and the revelation brings her guilt. Verona and Wiley, plus Lazarus, catch Clay outside, but he creates a distraction by setting off a bomb.
To be.
Clay fights off more goons as he makes his way inside the mansion. When Prig learns the truth about Derek, he kills Prig as they wait for Clay to show up.
You're just a man.
Clay and Lazarus engage in a brutal fight before Clay stabs him to death. Clay makes his way into Jessica and Derek's room as she gets ready to confess to Derek's crimes. Verona and Wiley also enter, trying to stop Clay from killing Jessica. When Derek refuses to stand down, he prepares to execute his mother.
Clay,
Drop
no!
the weapon! Drop it!
Law. Or for justice.
But as the other agents try to find Clay, he gets away by finding hidden snorkel gear and swimming away. After Clay disappears, a single bee flies overhead. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.